Hi, my wonderful student. So our daily objective for today is being able to make correct inferences using a two-step approach. First, making a bunch of observations, and then making real-world connections of those observations. So here's our notes. Like we talked about last week, an inference is basically an educated guess. How do you make an inference? Well, two steps, like I told you in our daily objective. First, you make several observations. This just means you note different things. You notice things, you pay attention to them. Then, you connect it to your own experience of the real world. Okay, so you look closely, you observe and notice a lot of things, and you think, well, what does that really show me? What is that really trying to show me? And that's your connection. So, once you do that, you actually have your inference. So let's try it. Uh, Here's some really easy examples. If our inference was, or our question was, how is this man feeling? Uh, well, first I'm going to observe. He's yelling. He's holding the phone kind of hard. His brow is furrowed. What's my inference? I'm inferring that he is mad. What happened here? Okay, what do I notice? I notice that the cone is upside down. I notice that it melted. So what do I think happened? I think somebody dropped their ice cream cone in the summertime and it melted. Right, so these are pretty simple inferences. For our notes, we're going to actually do it more formally. So let's look at this picture here and try and work through this. So here's my thinking, fill in what I put. Position 1, here are my inferences. I notice there are two different animals, and one is bigger than the other. So write that down. There are two animals. One animal is bigger than the other. What else do I notice? Okay, so as it's going into the next phase, position 2, what do I notice? I notice that they intersect, that they start actually meeting each other. And what happens when they meet each other? It looks like there's a whole lot of motion, a whole lot of commotion. So that's another observation I can make. The two animals meet each other, and there's a lot of movement forward, backward, sideways. Let's look at phase 3. Some of you already might be able to draw an inference of what's happening. Position 3, only one of the animals walks away, and would you know that it is the bigger of the two that walks away? So that's another observation. The bigger of the two animals walks away. So what is my inference? I'm going to infer that two animals came across each other, got in a fight, and the bigger one ate the smaller one. That's my inference. Two animals met each other, and the bigger one ate the smaller one. So that's my inference. Let's look at another example. This one is called The Boy in the Water, and it's a little bit more difficult. So you're going to do this yourself. You're going to do this on the back side of your notes. You're going to put an I if it's an inference, or an O if it's an observation. Okay, press pause and do that now. Okay, so let's go through. The boy is in the water, observation. The weather is cold, inference. We don't necessarily know it's cold, except for the fact that there's no leaves or anything. So that's my inference. It's cold because there's no leaves. Tree branch is broken. 3 is an observation. 4, an inference. Why do I infer that? I infer that because the boy's in the water and the goat is looking right at him. That's my observation. And then my connection is, well, whenever a wild animal is staring at you, it's usually because it's being aggressive. So that's my inference. 5, the boy fell off the branch. That's again an inference. I don't know for sure, but I can probably safely make an educated guess that he fell because he's right below the broken branch. Okay, so you can kind of keep going through. I won't give you all the answers, um, but just so long as you get the main idea. The last thing you're going to look at is this kind of cool animated video. This is going to be posted below the video you're watching right now in Google Classroom. So watch this next, and you're going to try and infer the answer to this question. What is the reindeer going to do with the snowman's head? Okay, infer. What is the reindeer going to do with the snowman's head? And finally, when you finish that, you guys are going to get to read this really cool poem called "O Captain, My Captain" by Walt Whitman, one of my favorite poets. And just looking at this picture, you can probably already make a few inferences, right? It's an old-time ship. It's a sailboat. It's on the river or an ocean or a lake, and it looks like it's pretty rough water. Okay, so you can already probably start inferring what's going to happen in this poem. So when you finish all that, here is your poem that you will get to read. Enjoy it. It's a really good one. Good luck, guys. Thank you for watching.